So, gang, you keep sending me messages asking me for advice on how to build muscle as a beginner. So that's going to be the title of this video: the ultimate guide to building muscle as a beginner in health and fitness. Now, the first thing you've done is you've decided that you want to make a change, and that's a good thing. So, but alongside this, you've got to learn and understand that there are principles to this and there's levels to it as well. And with you being a beginner, the most important thing is for you to develop the right habits, okay? Because what you'll realise is it is a game of habits, the doggy. um, Now, with that being said, you need to understand and clarify where you're at, because this is a lifestyle change that you're going to be going through. Don't think that you're going to be able to train for 2 months or 6 weeks and become like a fucking steadhead. It's not going to happen. You're not going to be like some steroid bodybuilder in 2 months. You're not going to look like Chris Bumstead or Bruce Lee and Ronnie Coleman, Jay Cutler. None of these people. You're not going to look like these guys. But what is going to happen is you're going to sit there and you're going to go, okay, I know where I'm at currently. I know where I want to be. Maybe you do want to look like them guys. Or maybe you just want to look a little bit leaner and a little bit more bulky up top so you fit in your t-shirts better. Whatever it may be, know where you're currently at, know where you want to go long term, and then from there you have to sit there and say to yourself, okay, what am I going to do to meet that target, that goal, okay? Now, short term, you can set yourself with little targets and this, that, and the other, and I'd recommend that as a good rule of thumb to try and to work towards, keep yourself motivated and stuff. But ultimately, it's a set of principles that you're going to need to adhere to for life. For life. I've been now what? I started training when I was 8 years old. I was 8 years old when I started boxing. And I'd box, I'd do my sprints. I was with like a running club and stuff like this. And I'd box, play football and stuff as well. I was very athletic. And when I got to about 15, that's when I started looking into strength training, because our coach told us basically, look, we're gonna put you on this strength circuit now while the boxing season's over. You need to get you strong and stuff. So anyway, what we do is we train 5 times a week doing this weight circuit. And over time, it took me about 6 months. I didn't even realise. But about 4 months, or 4 or 5 months, I was a kid going through puberty. And I went from 63 kilograms. I was 63 key national champ. And I went from 63 kilograms right up, no joke, to 75 kilograms. Now, and this was all lean mass. I was big. They used to call me the man child when I was a kid. And I had to spar like grown men. This is no joke. Because I was too big for all the kids. And what I realised is all I done is I just turned up. I just turned up and tried to get stronger each time. Hello, Ian. You okay? I'm just one of the guys who runs the villa for us and manages things, keeps it clean and stuff. So yeah, one of the things I realised was all I done was just turn up. That's all I done. Turned up, tried to get stronger next time, next session. And ultimately, these are 2 principles that you really need to follow. This is train often, yeah. Turn up. You should be training at the very least, in my opinion. If you're new, you should be training at the very least 3 to 5 times. And I'm being lenient there. I'm reluctant in saying 3. All my clients who get great results, they'll train 5 times a week without fail. I give them the weekends off just because I want them to enjoy their lives as well. But really, if you're training 3 to 5 times, you can see some good results. But more so, you should be going for 5, in my opinion. So, you've done 5 sessions. You got your 5 sessions in a week. And this program that you follow, it should have what is known as a training split that allows, yeah. Now this one's one that you want to note down. Okay, write these down, by the way. It should allow for at least 48 hours rest between the muscle groups you hit. Okay, so one training split that I'll give you that you can try is you can do a push-pull leg split. So you can do push-pull legs, push-pull, if you want to keep it within the 5 days. Or you can do it what is known as asynchronous, which we can talk about another day. It's a bit too complex for you now, where you'll do push-pull legs, rest a day, and then push-pull legs again. Yeah. A split that I'm currently doing, that I've got some of my clients on as well, is we'll do back and shoulders together. We'll do chest and arms together, and then we'll do legs and core. And basically we'll hit that for the 5 days. Back and shoulders, chest and arms, legs and core, back and shoulders, chest and arms. And we'll finish the week on the chest and arms. Now, as you've probably noticed there, we're training the push and the pull. We're training opposite muscle groups. We're training different muscle groups each time. And as a result, what happens is those muscles that have been worked to fatigue, to failure, have 2 days at least, or they have time to recover. And this is another principle that you need to understand, is we train to recover. Yeah, you don't train to get big. You train to break the muscle down. It's the food and sleep that makes you recover. Yeah, the food and recovery, the time to recover, you know. So yeah, when we're in the gym, we're breaking the muscle down. But when we're in the bedroom going to sleep, or when we're giving ourselves a few days rest, or when we're training different muscle groups, when we're adhering to our food and our nutrition plan, that's when we recover. That's when the results happen, okay? Now look, I've trained clients now for years and years. More than all these online coaches you see, that most of them don't have a fucking clue, by the way. And the ones who get the results the best are the ones that follow the food. Yeah, you can't out-train a bad diet. Now, if you're trying to build muscle, diet is less important than normal, because you can have a little bit of leeway if you want to do like a dirty bulk and stuff like this, which is basically where you'll hit a caloric surplus, but through eating shit, which I don't really recommend, I don't really like. But regardless of that, you need to hit adequate protein. So you want to be looking at, you weigh yourself in kilogram body weight. Here's another one to note if you want. Weigh yourself, kilogram body weight. Do times that by 2, sorry. So your kilogram body weight, just say it's, in my case, it's 90 kilograms. Now I'm going to times that by 2, that's 180. And then I'm going to divide it by 1,000, which is obviously the grams amount, okay? So I'm on 180 grams of protein a day. And if I hit that within my 3 meals, or 4 meals, or however many meals I'm going to consume that day, then I'm good. Yeah, I've hit my protein target. Now, other than that, you need a caloric surplus, okay? Now, this is usually between, it could be over between 200 to 500 calories, or you can go up to 1,200 if you want, but you will put a bit of timber on doing it that way, in my opinion, and experience with myself and other clients. So yeah, but good rule of thumb, between 200 and 600 calories over, and you can stay lean with that as well. And yeah, alongside that, you want to prioritize being consistent, focusing on getting stronger. Obviously, you've got your caloric surplus, you're hitting your protein targets, and then it's literally just a case of measuring your progress over time. And in your case, maybe you want to measure your body fat percentage, maybe you want to measure your weight on a scale, maybe you want to do body circumference, things like this. With regards to measurements, I'll tell you about that in a different video. But with regards to doing these sort of things, as long as you know, okay, last month I was this weight, or last month I was doing 100k on the bench or 50k on the bench, if you knew. This week I want to get to 60. Next week I'm going to get to 70. Following week 80. Next week I'm going to put 500 grams on. Or maybe I want to put on a kilo a week. Maybe I take photos. As long as you're measuring, you're going to see results. Now, I've just had the thought there in my mind of when I done a training course. I got taught strength and conditioning for boxers by the coaches, the strength and conditioning coaches of Kell Brook, for the fight when he fought Gennady Golovkin and many others. And what obviously he was moving up in weight to go through that fight, and he was able to perform very well until obviously he got stopped by the sheer skill and power. I think Golovkin's just another level to him, to be honest. But what they said to us, going back to the point, is if you're not checking, you're guessing. And while you're new, it's very important for you to know where you're at and to implement the right principles initially. Yeah. Now, with that being said, just to summarize, I know this has been a bit of a longer video. The main principles you need are to train often, 3 to 5 times a week. Okay? You need to be constantly focusing on getting stronger. You need a training split that allows for between 48 to 72 hours, 2 to 3 days rest between the muscle groups that are worked on each given day. You need to be hitting double your kilogram body weight in protein. Yeah, so you need to hit double your kilogram body weight in grams of protein. Okay, and from there you need a 200 to 500 calorie surplus, and from there, honestly, just check and measure. Pick one thing. Maybe it's progress photos, maybe it's your body weight, maybe it's the circumference measurements of your arms or your chest, or I don't know, your quads, anywhere, you know. Ultimately, if I was you, I'd probably just go for photos and pick the scales, you know, photos and scales. And then all of a sudden, over time, if you want to break things down into targets and say, okay, I know that with this caloric amount surplus, all this sorts of stuff, you are expected to put 200 grams on or 500 grams of body mass on each week, then you can give yourself a target with a timeline. Okay, in 6 months I'm going to put 3 on or 4 kilograms on, or whatever it may be, you know. But yeah, that's it really. Now look, one thing I haven't mentioned is about how to measure your calories. If you want me to do a video about that, be sure to let me know in the comments. And I want to thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe. I've got a link to my book underneath this video, as always. It's called The 38 Laws of Strength and Power. Now that's going to teach you 38 principles that you can follow as a beginner to really stack on the mass, build your strength, and just look and feel confident and strong and aesthetic in yourself. Okay, so like, comment, subscribe, share it with a friend. Leave us a comment if you want me to do a video about how to calculate your maintenance calories to achieve a surplus or a deficit. And I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys. See you in a bit.